For the beginning, I'm going to start with introduction, and we are going to start telling that migration is one of the most pressing global challenges of our time, affecting millions of people and shaping international politics beyond its economic and social dimensions. Migration raises urgent human rights concerns. How countries treat migrants reflects their values and influences their relationships with other nations. Promoting human rights within migration policies not only protects vulnerable populations, but also strengthens diplomatic cooperation, builds trust, and enhances a country's global reputation.
So, uh, like Jared said, uh, migration is not always a choice; it is a survival. So today, I stand before you to speak about an issue that transcends borders, languages, cultures. So, migration is not a new phenomenon for us because from Asian trade routes to modern refugee crisis, people have always moved in search of safety, dignity, and overall opportunity. So, according to the International Organization for Migration in 2024, there are over now um, 281 million international migrants, people who have left their home countries due to conflict, poverty, persecution, or climate change. So, what we need states to replace fear with facts, hostility with humanity. We need policies that respect the Geneva Convention on Refugees, uphold the Global Compact for sale for safe, orderly, and regular migration, and protect the most vulnerable. As a global citizen, we must hold our government accountable and support diplomatic efforts that prioritize inclusion, equity, and human dignity. Because in the end, how a country treats migrants is not just a test of policy, it is a test of common humanity. So this is from all from my part. Thank you.
It's mine. Uh, I want to talk about very important like migration and human rights. First, I talk about the migration. People move from one country to another countries for many reasons, looking for safety, jobs, or better lives. Migration can be difficult for both the people who moves and the countries they go to. Uh, but it can also bring many good things like new ideas, cultures, and skills. Countries need to work together to help migrants. This creates better understand and stronger relationships between nations. And also, I want to talk about human rights. Human rights means that every person should be treated with respect and fairness. This includes the right to live safely, to speak freely, and to be treated equally. When countries protect human rights, they build peace and trust. But when rights are not respected, there can be problem and conflict. That's why talking about human rights is an important part of diplomacy. How countries communicate and solve problems together. In conclusion, for me, migration and human rights are not problems to fear. They are chances to build a better world together. When nations respect people and help each other, everyone wins. That's all. Thank you.
Hello, the situation of migrants in the human rights can be see a spectrum which has integration, inequality, and exclusion at the other. In the money situation, there is a gap between the rights which migrants, but regular and irregular, enjoy under international law, and the difficulties they experience in the country where they lie, works, which they travel. Many of the human rights challenges migrants face include discrimination, social exclusion, limited access to education, health care, and even violence. Thank you.
Ahí está, ahí está. Well, for me, the migration is an act of strange because they carry courage with them day by day. And so they all migrate for the same purpose, and which is to live in peace, since in their country they did not um have that option, and the support they should have is not existent. So are we really defending human rights or just protecting our comfort? And I think we should ask ourselves these questions more often, because our welcome country does not weaken, it is strange inclusions empowers and compassion units. And I think this is not just about migration, but about the kind of world we chose to build.
I'll be talking about how the economic contributions of migrants affect the diplomatic relations between nations and states. Migration is often seen as a challenge, but it can actually be a source of economic strength for both of the host and home countries. Migrants fill important labor gaps, start business, and send billions in remittances back to their families. This financial flow supports local economies and reduces poverty. These contributions create opportunities for countries to cooperate. An example is that Mexico and the United States have built agreements that are not only focused on trade but also consider migration and labor rights. When both countries recognize the value migrants bring, they are more likely to negotiate respectfully and work together on shared goals. Also, protecting migrants' rights becomes part of maintaining strong, stable diplomatic ties. So, in short, migration isn't just about borders, but it's also about building economic bridges between countries and promoting mutual respect to our diplomacy.
Migration is super important for who countries work together. The H or HCHR says it's mostly about human rights. When countries protect immigrant rights, it builds trust as and makes relationship stronger. These help them make deals. Respecting human rights isn't just right; it's diplomatic move that makes a country look barriers globally. When in migrant rights uh, in North, it causes big problems between in countries. Um, these laws, the other countries cri- criticizing, criticizing them, and then strengthens relation that were needed to stand up for immigrants. The OHCHR says that human rights violation against the immigrants that includes the area of civil and political rights, such as arbitrary in detention or torture. Um, so
So, in conclusion, uh, we think that migration is not a threat. It is a human reality that demands dignity and global cooperation. So, uh, we need to promote access to justice, like ensure that all individuals have access to fair and impartial legal system to guarantee their human rights, and also um, address systematic discrimination, implement policies and programs that combat discrimination and promote equality, and overall monitor and report on human rights situations, uh, like identify and address human rights violations through transparent reporting and investigations. So this is the conclusion of the team 9, and thank you.